Hello everyone, my name is Harsh and a very warm welcome to all of you in this AI assistant app in Flutter. And since in the very beginning of course I said we will also cover about AppWrite in this course, so we are going to cover about it in next one or two videos. Now first, what is AppWrite? If you don't know, there is a kind of a definition here. AppWrite is an open source platform for building application at any scale using your preferred programming languages and tools. Now, if you have used Firebase, then understanding AppWrite is quite easier for you, and if you have not used Firebase, then actually Firebase provides some functionalities which includes authentication, storage, as well as database for our application, and it also includes many other functionalities like push notifications and etc. But AppWrite is a kind of a open source version of Firebase. I won't say it contains all the functions of Firebase, but it contains many of those, which includes database, storage and authentication, and some cloud functions. Okay, now first thing, why do we even require AppWrite in this course? Okay, you might have seen all the functionalities nearly completed in this course. Now why do we require this AppWrite? So actually, if we move to our application now, you will see that we have an API key in our application. Okay, now the problem with these API keys, this expires in every 3 months, or if the $5 free credit of this API key is expired and by chance you got a new API key, in that case you need to update that API key into application and then patch it. So actually we require a backend or a server at which we can store this API key, and from our app we can call that particular thing and access it. So we don't need to update our application every time we change the API key, and that's where the AppWrite comes into picture. Now why AppWrite? Why not Firebase? If you go to the pricing of the app right now, that's the first thing that I actually like about it. If you go the free plan of the AppWrite, there is some things mentioned here like unlimited projects, you get 2 GB storage. In Firebase it's only 1, and in Firebase by default these cloud functions are not available. In AppWrite it is available. And if you don't know what is this cloud executions, for now ignore it. Okay, and there it supports by default 75k monthly active users, and if you just go below, it contains many amazing things, but the personal favorite thing that I like is here, this reads and writes. It provides unlimited reads and writes even on a free project. In Firebase we have charges based on reads and writes. For example, if you do 50,000 reads or writes per day, Firebase is free for reads, and if you do more than that you have to pay charges, and writes is only free till 20,000, but it provides free in even a free plan. And if you just wish to go for this plan like Pro, there are even more benefits like you get 150 GB storage. Okay, and it also support authentication and many more. I am not gonna cover much about AppWrite in this course, but I want to give you a brief intro of it. So here, if you want to know a little more about AppWrite, you can go to this, and there are some developers who trust this organization or the functionalities of AppWrite, and you can just go down and look at all the stuff. Okay, now I'm just gonna move to the documentation, and to be very honest, the documentation of AppWrite is not that good. Okay, it's not near Firebase, but still somehow we can manage the thing, so we are gonna use it in this video. Or to be more specific, we are going to connect our app to the AppWrite. So how we can do that with the Flutter app? So they have a package called as AppWrite, so we just need to import this package into our application. So I'm just moving to my application, and I have written a comment here, and I'm just gonna import this package here, and I will click on this download get packages, and you will see we are not able to import AppWrite package into our application. Mainly this version of AppWrite is not currently supporting this HTTP version. Okay, so actually the issue is we are using HTTP 1.1.2 in our project, and you can just go below and check this one out, and by default AppWrite is supporting the version between this range. So that's where the issue comes into picture. So there are two ways to solve this issue. I reduce my HTTP version, but there are very high chances that some of this package may not support it, so it will create another issue. So the better will be I upgrade the AppWrite version. So you might wonder how we are gonna update the AppWrite package version. So this gives me an opportunity to teach you how you can modify a package and use in your application. So simply click on this version and you will see all the available versions of AppWrite here, and this is just published 34 days ago. So I will download this package. So it will download a zip of the package in my PC, so I can save it anywhere I like. So simply save, and now what I'm gonna do is simply move to this your file explorer and where you have stored this zip. So I have stored it here, so simply copy it out and move to your project. So in my case AI assistant, and what we are gonna do is we will just paste the zip here. Now we need to simply extract it, so right click on it and extract to AppWrite folder. So you will see a folder is created here and the file is extracted. Now we can delete this zip from here, and inside this AppWrite you can see many things like license, readme, examples, and actually I don't have much to do with them. Okay, we can ignore it for now. If you wish, you can delete this example and docs. We don't require them, we require just lib and this pubspec.yml. So we can even delete this changelog, this license, and this readme. So simply shift delete, and moving here, so we need to rename the folder, so just because it will be easier to remember, and the name of the folder is AppWrite, and I have pasted inside the root directory of my AI assistant. You can see lib folder here. Okay, now what we are gonna do is we will move to our project and you will see a AppWrite is shown here. Now move inside this pubspec.yml, and the issue actually exists in the version of HTTP. So what we will do is we will remove the constraint of this from the HTTP and we will use our version. So I can simply use 1.1.2, that is currently the latest version, and I can click on this download symbol here, get packages, and it will download the necessary things for the AppWrite. Now you will see this download is successful. Now moving to our project, and since we are using a custom project, we can't use it like this. Rather we need to make just a copy of it. I will comment this one out, and simply here I will remove this version number from here. I will hit an enter, then I will press tab to add some indentation, and then simply path like this and colon, and after that the path where we store this AppWrite. So we stored in the root, that's why simply dot slash and AppWrite, because this is the name of the folder that we have given. Now if I press simply Ctrl save or click on this downloads, now you will see it is start fetching all the necessary informations. So we need to wait a bit. Let's see any another error occurs or not, and you will see it has successfully imported that package too. And you can simply verify it by looking for the name here, this AppWrite, or we can simply copy paste some codes of the AppWrite. So actually we will start the coding in the next video, but still I just want to copy paste something and verify whether we have imported AppWrite or not. So actually the things regarding AppWrite I just paste inside my API folder. Like I create a new file and I call it simply AppWrite, nothing super great, and I just simply create a class. Okay, and simply call it AppWrite, and inside this we will do the codes for the AppWrite connection and stuff. So for now, just for the testing purpose, I will go to the documentation or the package, and simply below you can ignore these all schemes if you are not using authentication in your project. Okay, there are some setups that you should do, but for our case we don't require it. So for initializing AppWrite we need to do all this. So I can just copy it for now. Just for verification purpose, I will create a function called as void init, and simply inside this I will paste those code and simply control dot, and you will see AppWrite is showing here. That means we are able to modify a package and import into our project. And for now I'm just commenting this one out and simply control save. Now for using AppWrite you first need to log into the AppWrite. So how you can do that? So simply move to the AppWrite documentation. Okay, and here there is an option to get started. When you click on it, now you will see an option to log in. So you can register here or you can use your Git to direct login. Since I have already logged into the AppWrite, this is the kind of first screen that you see here. Okay, you can see your all the personal projects. Actually I have created a one here. For now you can ignore it. In your case it will be empty if you are doing for the first time. So That's it for this video. In the next video, we will learn how we can connect to the AppWrite and fetch your documents data. So, thank you for watching, and till then, bye bye.